all I can say, seriously, mental health, it doesn't matter how big or how small you have mental health, whatever way it attacks you, even when you feel that you're going on the straight and narrow, it always rears its fucking head. For 4 weeks, I had a change of medication because I felt the trigger effects of how I was feeling previously, and I didn't want to get into that situation, but so what I could obviously do is call up the doctor, and I've talked to obviously helplines and everything. I spoke to my doctor, and I just asked if I could get some, support helpline, or be able to see if I could basically be able to go to CHMRS, basically based in Frimley, where my old therapist, where my therapist was when I had my therapy, and because I wasn't at that threshold, because it wasn't physical video calling, or it wasn't a physical face-to-face, but because of a phone conversation, the doctor assessed and said basically I wasn't at the 70% threshold, which would be suicidal, but I was the more 30 and 40% threshold of stress. So I basically wouldn't cause any damage to myself. So because of that, there wasn't any real therapy, even short-term therapy, that I could go on through the NHS. And obviously it mentioned about private practices and stuff like that, but if I'm honest, like everyone at the moment, they're watching their pennies, and I can't. If I could do private healthcare, I would. Honestly, it would save probably so much fucking hassle, but because I can't afford that, that's out of the question. Anyway, finally, I do have someone to talk to, but that wasn't through the doctor. It's just basically work on another department, an organisation that my work works for. They suggested that I basically put myself name down to get some talking therapy, really. So that's not until October. So since then I've been off work, as I said, off work sick for 4 weeks due to the effects of medication, where I don't know if you see my photo on Facebook, but basically my eyes are so shut out my fucking skull, and that's just from the meds. But my meds just adverse side effects where I've had nausea. Obviously it dampens my emotions. It kind of sometimes makes you feel monotone, tired, lethargic, and even my balance and in my motor neuron some ways is kind of giving me some vertigo, anxiety, you name it, flare it up. And even my eyes, at times I really need glasses to see where I'm going, because I'm so short-sighted, but at times I need to take my glasses off because my eyes hurt so much. But even at times wearing my glasses, when I'm trying to read something or look at stuff on my phone, I need to take my glasses off to read it, because even with glasses on I won't be able to see it because my eyes just go fuzzy. And this is all since I've had this medication, but it's been decreased now, and if I'm honest, I'm not feeling as crappy as I was last week I just felt tired all the time, and I think Friday, Saturday was maybe the bit of my medication was coming out of me, because all I wanted to do is just sleep. And so I thought I had some more time off work this week, and I generally started feeling not 100% but getting better. And so I basically haven't really been out much, but I just thought I'd go out for a bit of a walk, stretch my legs, going stir crazy inside. But wow, I'm certainly feeling the effects now. My legs ache, body aches, I've got fucking bad vertigo, and roughly round about, I would say probably about 20 minutes ago, I literally had my first panic attack in 6 months. And even talking about it makes you feel like that. And I don't like feeling like this. I just want to go out with my mates and just enjoy my nights out. And I'm not really socialising much. Well, I'm socialising more than what I have done, if I'm honest, the last year and a half. But I just want to socialise, even if it's just going for a pint down the pub. But feeling like this, I can't sometimes get out of my house because I can't even walk in a straight line, and that's not. And even if I do go down the pub, it would be that I'll be on non-alcoholic drinks anyway, because I don't think it's wise for me to drink any alcohol at the moment, because I'm not. Don't think I'm physically cut out for that, and fuck knows what that would do to me. But I don't know. So yeah, that's my conundrum. I just had a fucking big panic attack, and all I could do is just fucking cry and try and breathe in and out. But anyone that's got mental health, whatever variety of it, you understand what I mean. Even the small things just knock you for fucking six. And yeah, you can get out of it. And that's what I am. I'm not in a dark place. I'm still, I guess I'm hovering above there. But the fact is, because you're hovering above there, it still doesn't mean that you feel good about yourself and whatever. I just, I get that mental health's going to just be a part of my life until I die. But the fact is, I don't enjoy it. I guess no one enjoys it. But, usually, I say 3 or 4 months ago, I was able to put it in the back of my mind, and I started to be the person I wasn't last year. I wanted to be that person where I'm content, laid back, chilled, all that crap. Not crap, but basically that's the type of person I know I am, and I feel I am, and I was a better place than, say, 20 years ago. As a person, I'm not so angry anymore. As I said, I'm more chilled and laid and back, and that's not just from, that isn't smoking weed or do anything like that to get me in that place. It's just in general, I feel in a better place. But then mental health just puts its fucking rear head in it, and I'm out of sorts. And yeah, I know that. Don't get me wrong, my friends are there and they're good to talk to when you're feeling like that, and they said they'll come round and keep me company. And sometimes, it feels good to, it does feel good that someone comes around when you're not in that space. But then, I don't know, I do like seeing people and chatting to people, and it will make you feel better. But I don't know, I just don't want to fall asleep on them, or sometimes I just don't know what to say to people at the moment. But obviously I am on a video because I'm just kind of venting about my panic attack and just what's going on, and it's kind of like a video diary for me to play it back, and so I can assess my feelings. But the weird thing is, I always tell my clients this: do a video diary about your health, but the real thing is that you do need to be kind to yourself. It's all well and good other people being, giving support to other people, which I love in my job. I'm. It's not good money, but I enjoy it, and knowing that you just by just some few words or some information that you sent over, it's helped them into that new path of either work or just having a better outlook. And I know where to go to, and I'm not being big-headed. It's because of where I work. I work for the NHS organisation, so I know where the support is. I know that because I tell my clients all the time. But even when I do take that, I am taking it in. But I've tried that; it's not working. But I do have good friends around me, and even if it's just talking on the phone or just a Facebook message or Facebook Messenger, I just like to say I just appreciate that. And I'm sorry I've not had a chance to get out as much as I want to, but I do. And that is getting to me. It kind of makes me a bit stir crazy, but I don't know. Like I said, I tried to get out and got bad vertigo, legs wobbly, whatever. But just the way after that of feeling, yeah, it feels good to push myself, or it feels good to do that. But then instead of feeling good for myself, give me a pat on the back, I get a fucking panic attack. I just want to feel better with myself again. Normally, like I said, I could put it back on mind and snap out of it since my major episode where I've been suicidal, and I don't want to go in that place. But it's just the small ways of it. It's just getting me down. It really is. But it's not going. I'm not going to do anything rash. It's just my emotions all up in the air and obviously numbed down by the medication. But even still, I just needed to vent. But anyway, if anyone's listened to this, take care, and yeah, I will get out of this. And like I said, I've got people around, and you know, and even people that you thought you weren't sure how to take them, but then you see them in a different light when you've got a different perspective. And if I'm honest, that would be Kelly, who I met over a year ago. It was you know it was through Tinder, etc. But unfortunately, we clashed, and we had silly arguments, maybe the way I'm feeling or whatever. And she pushed my buttons, I pushed hers, and it wasn't there. But then we didn't speak for ages, and then she reached out, and since then, it's not anything romantic, but if I'm honest, just as a friend, I love her dearly, and she's got so much stuff going on in her life as well. If I'm honest, I've I do care for my friends, but I just care for her as well, and just the stuff that she's been through and goes through. It's just amazing, and a single mother as well, and I'm there to hear her things and hear her thoughts, and it's so good sometimes just engaging with her, because even if we were having a serious chat, it just goes just some random stuff we just talk about, like everyday weather and whatever it is, it's something just tickles me and just makes me fucking laugh and makes me happy. But yeah, we seem to have got each other in a friendship way, which I'm glad that we've got now. And yeah, so that's someone else I definitely would rely on. And no disrespect to my other friends, I know you're there and I've been friends with you ages, but when you meet someone that you feel that you've known for fucking ages, basically that's Kelly to a T. She feels like I've known her, probably like my old workmates, like known them for about 10 years, 12 years. That's how much it feels like. And she definitely is unique in ways. And that's, that's what I said. I just care for her, and I do love her as a friend dearly. And I get that, that romantic spark, you know, isn't going to be there from her side, which she's obviously said to me clearly about, which is fine. But I'd rather have her as a friend and be in my life than not have her around, really. Um, as I said, I just care for her dearly in a friendship way, and I don't want anything to affect that friendship because it's such an uneven balance now. And yeah, I don't know, but yeah, as I said, sometimes when you do fall for someone, sometimes it's difficult, even though they say that chance of friends. Sometimes it's difficult to put in your back of the mind to say, I really stop looking at them like that, or stop thinking like that. But I guess that's the way I am. That's the way I'm built. Who knows? Um, what may happen, and in the future there might be another woman that I go on to a date with or whatever, and that maybe that love that's in the back of my mind about Kelly, where it's just more friends, that might finally stop. But what I know is, as I said, I just don't want to lose her as a friend, and I don't want anything to ruin that. Any, um, yeah, and as I said, it's not disputing any other friends that I've met recently and that I still speak to from years ago. You're all decent people, and obviously I do love and care for you in your own way as well. Even the ones that I don't really speak to on a daily basis, but yeah, you know that I'm around if you need a chat, or likewise, even though it's just a quick hello. But that's all you need, really. But maybe that's just because the fact I'm 45 now. Possibly, sometimes, unfortunately, when you're single, you start and you live alone. Sometimes, even though you've got your friends there, it's just, unfortunately, you do get morbid thoughts that I don't want to die lonely. I don't want to be found, you know, dead in an apartment or flat or a house by myself. And I know I've got family and that, but what I mean is just someone there for you that you live with, who's in that bubble with you. I guess with that romantic feeling. I don't want to do that. And yeah, I've always thought, whatever reason, even from a young age, I've always thought that I'm going to die by 60. So that means I've got, well, 46 this year, so that means I've got 40 and a half years to basically make the most out of life. And I'm hoping in that time span that I do good thing. I'm sure I will do good things, but obviously I'll go on trips and that. But I will also. I really hope to have that romantic bubble that you sometimes see from your grandparents, and they've been together for ages, and see that love in their eyes, or when you see when your friends who are married or engaged, and you see those love for each other. Even it's just, they don't have to say anything. It's just the mannerisms. You can tell how much people feel for each other. And what's so wrong in wanting that? As I said, 45 single, but I still do want that. And if that woman, hopefully that woman will come, and then you know. I'm not going to say it's going to be a fairy tale, but it would be nice. And, you know, on the times like this, we can help each other through. But until that time, that comes, I'll just be there for my friends. And as I said, I know you'll be whatever hook or crook, you'll be there for me as well. Anyway, I think I've blabbed on them for too much now, so that's me over and out.